Welcome to another episode of the Corpersvibez Show, the platform where Nigerian students, 7 COP members, ex-NYSC COP members, and Nigerian students as a whole gets to share their experiences, have real conversations, share stories, share their challenges, and solutions to all the problems that we face together.
Today's episode is a little different, and we are asking a very simple but powerful question. If you were the NYSC Director General, what would you do differently? What could you add to the NYSC, or perhaps lay aside to make it a more beneficial program for core members generally?
And after having the title spelled out for us, let's hear what the people on the streets have to say.
They should allow everybody to serve where they want to be. They should avoid the posting of this, posting outside, go outside your state.
As I was coming, my uncle dropped me at Mabuchi. So when I was the first car I stopped, it was the car. So it's all these people that used to talk about dollars, that we share dollars. Though they were talking, I didn't come out in their discussion. It was after some minutes I noticed that no, these people they are not normal people, that they are scammers, they are one chance people. It's just God that saved me. They didn't touch me, they didn't collect my money, they didn't collect my phone. It's just God that saved me. It's very bad experience because I was scared. I was thinking maybe they will wound me or they will take me away. But I thank God, Sha. I thank God. Coppers are really facing a lot. It's not be. It has not been easy since we collected this uniform. It's from one stress to another, but we thank God, Sha. God is helping.
This is the utmost right. If people are no longer alive, no matter the resources that are available, no matter the jobs that are available, no matter the infrastructures on ground, they will be useless. People need to be alive for these things to be in use. Life is very vital for these things to be in use. Without life, nothing.
That is a lot. As you can see, no jokes, no play, all real content that affects Nigerian youth as a whole.
You know, times have actually changed, Dada. Like, social media is louder. A lot of persons are more vocal. You have very young persons now in NYSC programs. Like, people are graduating at ages of 18, less than 20, and all of that, like, with this Gen Z generation and all of that going on with the NYSC. Would the principles or the structure that has lasted for over 50 years still be effective even to this generation? These are the kind of things that we ought to look at to make sure that we are not leaving innovation behind even for the NYSC program.
Yes. And instead of complaining, how about we having the conversation? We can both learn, both from discussing, we get to have new ideas, learn from both parties. So the question is, if you have the chance to make a practical change in NYSC, what would that change be?
You know, like, let us even start from the basics of this conversation. From, let's say, safety to communication to relevance of the program, and then from the basics, when you enter camp, right? There are some persons that immediately you get to camp, you just feel like I should run away from that part and not even continue the program.
Yes.
And I think I'll share a personal experience, right?
Okay.
That the first day I went to camp, right? Because I already had all of the, let's say, optimistic, good side of you. Like, don't worry, you should face this head on. Like, if anybody can do it, you can do it, right?
Yeah.
And then I did that. And I think one of the things that stopped me from going home that day was the fact that there were other persons. So I felt like we are all in this together. Like, toughen up, like, we can actually do this. So keeping in conversation, like putting on honest, like on a serious note now, if I woke up as the DG tomorrow, or let's say a magic wand, right, was put on my head of like, I'm now the DG, what would I do differently? I think the first thing for me would be the facility in NYSC. The facilities, yes. Because for the camp concentration, like sometimes you are expecting thousands of students across different states going to a certain camp, right?
Yeah.
And then, obviously, with that kind of number, it is not even enough. The facilities sometimes, most of the time, are not enough for the number of core members. So it is on the basis that some persons do not stay in camp due to health issues, due to other issues that, okay, there is actually space. And then, for me, I have never been in a hostel or a boarding situation from primary down to tertiary institution. I never stayed in a hostel. So the camp was the first time I had to live with different people in a hostel setting like that. And the facilities would usually discourage you from being there or staying there because you're not looking at the hygienic situation. Would you be able to cope? Even though there are provisions, they tell you from the camp that you should come with your mosquito net, come with repellents, come with everything that you can actually do. But then you now have facilities that sometimes even electricity is a challenge and all of that. So if we could actually look into the holistic facilities in the camps that you are hosting people for 3 weeks, right? Would you be able to survive? Would they be able to survive in such environments? It should actually be key to make sure that the buildings that you are making for, let's say 20 years ago, how are the renovations going? Although I would commend the camp in Abuja, in Kubwa. They renovated a hall when I was camping at A1, right? So for last night, then we spent it in a renovated, which is actually Kudus, right? But I think these renovations, this innovation can actually go into hostels, go to other places to make sure that our camps are safe, they are clean enough to accommodate the crowd.
I will agree with you on that. I am someone who went to boarding school for most of my life, and I would say one of the things that gave me the courage to stay in a place where my family, friends, people that I knew are not there was the facility. If the facility is okay, kudos to the renovation that they did. But if it gets like a lot more better, it encourages a lot of people to stay back, to want to do this. This is something that's, is as expected from all of us. So giving us a good environment for us to stay within our space.
So what is your own perspective? Like if you're the DJ, what else would you do?
That is a very tricky question. But I think one of the things that would come up to my mind if I was the DG or I woke up to be the DG was the infrastructure you spoke about. And maybe an increment. I don't know how that is even possible, but I think it's something I would want to do within my tenure. Increment? Yeah.
There have been a series of increments from 19,800 to 33,000 and then now to 77,000.
Kudos to that.
Which obviously the president was actually keen on increasing it because of the high level and the economic hardships that people actually are facing right now, which I think was the main reason why the increment had to happen. But for right now, it would be really difficult to say, okay, let us increase allowee. Do you understand? But one other thing that I think would actually work is why I'm actually keen on the camp experience is the fact that there are some persons, people come from different homes, right?
Yeah.
And different backgrounds. Not everyone is privileged to be able to afford food from mommy. And then for 3 weeks, you are eating the food that they serve you, right? And I don't think I ate the food that they were serving in camp for, I don't know, I think it was, I tried the rice once or twice, and in trying the rice, I still had to buy plantain, buy protein and all of that to add to the side. And then I was like, what's the difference in actually going to buy a plate of food in Mami and coming all the way to the dining too? So when I was asking some officials, is there not enough budget to feeding? Or why is there the deficit of actually making very good meals for core members, because you are looking at the population. People actually cook, and the food, because core members, we are also involved in cooking. And then we have extras because a lot of persons are not encouraged to eat what is being served, right? So you now have extras that people actually take out, like the officials and all of those other persons. So if, I don't know what goes on in the back end, but if I were the DJ, I'd really look into that. Okay, so moving on, right?
Yeah.
I think I like this question, right? I think it will be for your own perspective. Like, if you were the DJ, will you allow core members reject unsafe or irrelevant PPAs? And that's for you.
That is a 50-50 thing. I feel like, yes, I would want to give such opportunities to people that, okay, there is an option for you. If the place is unsafe, you can say, oh, I don't want to go. But at the same time, I don't know, I feel like it's a 50-50.
In the matter of PPA, the current policy is that if you go to a PPA that you are signed, right, and there is room for reposting. And I think it is actually good because it gives you leverage to go to a PPA if you are not comfortable with it. You can easily go and report like, okay, this is what I met at the PPA, and then you get reposted.
Yeah.
I actually think that core members should obviously have the room to reject unsafe and irrelevant PPAs. Like, there was even my friend that she was posted to a fashion house, right? She saw the fashion house in her posting letter. And when she got to the fashion house, she was like, this is not the kind of facility, because she did not read anything in that line. I'm going to be a wardrobe manager or something there. So she had to report and ask for rejection letter, because obviously she was like, what would she learn? And that is not in relation to, because I think she did sciences or something.
Yeah.
So if you leave room for core members, I think that is actually, for PPAs that are irrelevant to your field of study or to your career, you should have the opportunity to reject them.
This is another question. This is social media based question. Social media has changed like a lot of things. Do you think NYC is able to communicate faster through new age technology?
Yes, I would say a solid yes to that. That NYC has actually leveraged on technology. Like in everything, like how would you be able to reach thousands of students across 36 states if you do not leverage on technology? And for the fact that everything is online now, like you can actually get on the website and get information. If you are to printing, you have to still check your website to make sure that your attendance was, your biometrics was correctly captured. You see that you have information on loans, on grants.
Yeah.
Like you see there is a part on the website where you see Tony Lumelu Foundation grants and all of that you can actually learn. And once you key into this, NYSC has actually leveraged on technology. I'm not going to take that, and that is actually another kudos to NYSC.
Yeah. I agree with that. I do. If you were the DJ, would you be active on X or Instagram?
No, see, with this kind of Gen Z mindset, like if you are active, like the comment section, you have to like turn off your comment section, because the lot of people don't actually have a lot of filter when they are behind their keyboard. Do you understand? So anything that it seems, they will just put it, except for the fact that people are, let's say, mindful of the things that they put out, because you wouldn't want the fact that after your 12 months program, you are not able to get the certificate that took you to the program before they will not tell you that there's no certificate for you, or there is some form of punishment or disciplinary action against you. But if you're a good leader, you should be open to feedback. Do you understand? Especially for the persons that you are called to serve in that position. So if I were the DJ, I think I'd be on Instagram, or be on X, and be on Facebook, so that you can actually hear the hard truths, the critical thoughts of other persons, the people that you're actually trying to serve. So the feedback actually helps a lot in making you better So definitely that is one key thing. I'm not sure if our current DG here in FCT, I don't think I've seen his page on Instagram or like that, but if I were a DG, I'd be there.
I will be too.
All right.
Yes. So, as someone who has done their youth service, what is that one thing that Nigerians misunderstand about NYSC and the whole campaign thing?
See, let me tell you, like anytime I wear khaki and then I'm going anywhere, like for my biometrics or for CDS,
Yeah.
we were like, Copper, get money. Like every time there's this invisible sign on your forehead that you are collecting 77K. You know, like gone are the days where people will see call members and then you'll be like, Copper, they so far.
And that's true.
Like,
And that's true.
Like, they want to help you, but now there is this 77K dollar sign or naira sign rather written on your forehead. That people will just be like, that will, even me where I'm working, do I have 77K? So that is one thing that a lot of Nigerians misunderstand about NYSC because you are actually being paid allowee on a monthly basis, which goes a long way. I wouldn't lie about that. That goes a long way to help in commuting to your PPA, help you buy food and all of that, like basic needs, so that it cuts off a lot of dependency on your parents and siblings or the persons that sponsor you, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually learn how to be on your own, but Nigerians would definitely misunderstand that and be like, you're not a big person. Like, immediately I went to come in, but like, it seemed as though my siblings cut me off. I was like, you're not a rich girl. kind of way. I'll be like, you can take care of yourself. Like, we don't have any contributions, but please, coppers are not that rich. If you can help any core member around you, please do that.
It's important for everyone to know that, you know, take everything with a pinch of salt.
No, the
There
thing
should be
is,
less on the exaggeration.
The thing is, myself, like me and you, Ada, we can have a similar experience, right?
Yeah.
But then we are different people, so our response to it may be different. Like you can see a 6 at your end, and I'm seeing a 9. Do you understand? Because we are products of our education, our backgrounds. So we can actually perceive a situation and then
narrate
our
them
perception,
differently.
yes, will be different. For instance, now, like if you've never had to wake up early, and then, or you are somebody that is sensitive to sound, and then at every point you are hearing a bugle. Do you understand? Like it's chaotic. So perhaps one may be able to cope with the change. Some other person will be like, no, this is excruciating. For instance, now somebody maybe any 77,000 naira, and then that is like the highest money that they've been paid or they have had the opportunity to earn. Why for somebody it's like gas money, or let's say it is something that you spend more for one meal, like you take your friends out for lunch and then that 77K is not even enough to pay that bill. So that is people perceiving one thing differently.
Right now, if you're not following us on our social media platform, you are missing out on a lot of discussions that we're having right here on the Corpersvibez show. Follow us at Corpersvibez on all our social media platforms: X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thank you so much, Ada. And I'll be reading our comments from our X handle. A lot of persons have actually dropped in their two cents, what they would do if they were the DG rather, right? And then the first comment coming from Maya Douglas says, every NYSC serving copper posted to a remote location or serving in a hazardous environment, like in a construction site, must be provided with mandatory risk stipend and hazard training before deployment. You can't put lives at risk without compensation. That is actually very valid, especially people that are posted to construction sites, architects and engineers. Like you have to have basic training on hazard generally so that you are safe. Another comment says, my DG rule would mandate that no core member should be made to perform tasks outside the scope of their professional role or used as personal domestic staff that is washing clothes, cooking, babysitting by their PPA orga. Service is professional, it is not servitude. Okay, another comment coming in from Omniverse says, well, given my NYSC experience, I will create a partnership with state governments to guarantee safe, subsidized, and secure copper lodges in every major local government area, ending the reliance on insecure, exorbitant private rentals. Housing is a fundamental welfare issue. This is so critical. Like, a lot of things that help coppers out there when you are going to a state that you do not know is the fact that you have a coppers lodge that you can stay. And that is very valid. If you're a DG, please, can we just look into the housing situation?
Yeah.
They are, like, even with 250K, it is very difficult to find a decent accommodation. Even a self-con in Abuja, Lagos, in Port
And if
Harcourt.
you find, the condition will be crazy.
So Coppers Lodge actually help a lot.
Yes.
Please, if that comment was from Omniverse TV, thank you so much. And another comment from Lewinsky says, I'd allocate a small pass-out grant to every corps member who successfully completes their service, acting as seed money for business or a travel stipend for job interviews. This provides a soft landing after NYSC POP. After NYSC, reality is going to dawn. No more allowee. And I thank God for the fact that during your POP, you are paid to salaries like your allowee. So it helps us, that seed money. But if there could be another seed money to add to that, it would actually help. And that is why anytime I meet corps members, we like, even if it is 10K in your monthly allowee, put that aside. Like, put it in one bank that you won't have access to, because it would actually help in days that there will be no more allowee to come to your rescue. And I think that is all we have on our X handle. Please keep sending your valuable inputs to our social media so that you'll be able to be part of the conversation.
Yes. And to all our 7 corps members that are watching from camp, PPA, home, your voice matters. Please do well to share your opinion, voice out your opinion on all our social media platforms. You can check out our website at www.corpersvibez.ng. Send in your stories. You have something you want to share with us, send in your video, nothing more than 20 minutes, and we'll probably be playing this on this show next week. So the mail you send your videos to is at corpersvibez@gmail.com for your comments and your own experience that you want to share with us on the show.
To brands, companies, and organizations watching, if you are looking for disciplined, skilled, talented, adaptable talents to work in your company, Corpersvibez is some place that you might look. We have very competent young minds that you can be able to put to work in your organization.
Yes, and on the website corpersvibez.ng, everything you're looking for, companies looking for staffs, young youths, fresh graduates, fresh coppers that are looking to grow in their skills, are looking for companies to work with. So please do well to check our websites for further information.
And to every corps member out there, if you are still searching for a PPA, if you need a community, that we have a lot of collaborators, so you might even get a very good PPA or somewhere to work after your NYSC program. All you have to do is stay plugged in at Corpersvibez.
Yes, and this is the end of today's episode on the Corpersvibez show, the show that belongs to the youth, where we get to talk about real life issues, real talk, you know. Thank you for joining us in the studio, and Lucy, it was amazing having this conversation with you today.
Thank you so much, Ada. So for everyone out there, continue to stay inspired, stay focused, and keep vibing with the Corpersvibez show.